So apparently, Robert Downey Jr. has been spotted on the set of Captain America 4, also known as Captain America Brave New World, formerly known as Captain America New World Order, previously known as Hulk Hogan Returns. So here's where this has all come from. Now, the movie, which is coming out in about a year, July next year, is when Captain America 4 is supposed to be coming out. So they are now wrapped production, but just recently they were shooting in and around Washington, D.C., and a report came out. Now, this is coming to us from CBR that basically said this. Somebody who was a security guard around there said, they are filming Captain America 4 around the White House and near my office. I was on a quick errand walk and I noticed the lights and equipment and finally asked one of the other security folks about it. Shore wrote, he was so talkative and nice and said Robert Downey Jr. was there last night and they were driving all sorts of supercars. Well.
Wow.
Now, you guys know, if you've been following me for any period of time, I have been saying since the day, Robert Downey Jr. snapped his finger, says, I am Iron Man. I said, he's going to be back. I mean, he can say all he wants. He's not going to. At some point, Robert Downey Jr. will be back. I believe the same thing of Chris Evans. At some point, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, maybe not in the next 3 years, but at some point, they'll be back. Is this the triumphant return of Robert Downey Jr. to the MCU? I have my doubts. Now, I don't doubt the story at all. I mean, it's coming from somebody who's a security person there, all that kind of stuff. I'm not doubting that Robert Downey Jr. was there, okay? But there are a few things that make me suspect that it may not have actually been to appear in Captain America 4. First off is just circumstantial. I mean, if it was a Steve Rogers, Chris Evans Captain America movie, maybe, because Steve and Tony are forever entwined with each other when it comes to the MCU. The two of them were the faces of the MCU for a long time. So if Robert Downey Jr. was going to make some kind of an appearance or pop up in a current MCU movie, it would strike me that it would be with Steve Rogers. There's really not much of a connection between him and Sam. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The second thing that makes me dubious about whether or not Robert Downey Jr. was actually there to shoot a scene is the fact that he knows a lot of the people with Marvel. They have long-standing relationships. As a matter of fact, like the OG Marvels, did you ever see this, guys? The video that the original Avengers actors, where they all went and got tattoos.
Oh yeah.
They all went and got, there's this video up there you see where Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Jeremy Renner, they all went. Yeah. I think it was right around when Endgame was coming out. Nice. And they all went and got an Avengers tattoo together, right? So these guys are tight within their Marvel family. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Robert Downey Jr. was around Washington, D.C., that he would go and stop in at a set and see people around. The third thing that makes me dubious about whether or not Robert Downey Jr. was there to pop up in this Captain America 4 movie was the point in the quote, and let's take a look at this again. Right in the last line, there says, Robert Downey Jr. was there last night, and they were driving all sorts of supercars. Okay. Coincidentally, right now, Robert Downey Jr. has the first season of a new show he does called Downey's Dream Cars on Max. It's a series where Robert Downey Jr. is taking a bunch of his own car collection and having them converted to eco-friendly modes, whether having them converted to electric or converted to biofuels or stuff like that, right? So I'm not saying they were there on set of an MCU movie to shoot a scene for Downey's Dream Cars, especially since the MCU is Disney and Downey's Dream Cars is on Max. But again, just the fact that that one little detail is thrown there, they were driving around a bunch of these great cars, makes me wonder if a possibility is there that he was there on set and they got to shoot a part of his, his show on Max. Again, I wouldn't put money on that. I'm just saying when you put all three of those things together, that if you're going to have Robert Downey Jr. pop up in an MCU movie, would it be with Sam? I mean, that to me would make as much sense as him popping up in a Shang-Chi movie, the Simu Liu, right? I mean, there's not as much of a connection there. Secondly, he just knows everybody on the MCU set, so it wouldn't be a far stretch that he would just drop in and say hi to some friends or people he's worked with in the crew on other MCU movies. And thirdly, the whole thing about driving around these great cars, maybe there is a possibility, however slim, that maybe it was connected to that somehow. All that is to say that, number one, I believe he was on set of Captain America 4. I'm just not sure that that would be because he's going to be in the movie. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. And HelloFresh gets that you want options when it comes to what you make for dinner, not just the same old thing all the time. And that's why they offer 40 recipes to choose from every single week. So you'll never get bored and can always find something new to try and love. And when you need dinner fast, don't just call for delivery. Think of HelloFresh. Their fast and fresh recipes are ready in just 15 minutes or less. Plus, HelloFresh is 25% cheaper than takeout. Ann and I are both working professionals, and so whenever it comes to dinner time, we're always struggling with whether we should get takeout. But with HelloFresh, it makes preparing dinner together fun, easy, delicious, and nutritious. We absolutely can't live without it. So guys, right now, go to HelloFresh.com/Campea50, that's Campea50, and use the promo code Campea50 for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/Campea50 for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. A question is for you guys. What do you think? I mean, first of all, do you even believe that Robert Downey Jr. was there on set? I personally find that completely believable. But let's say you do believe that. Do you believe that would automatically mean that he's going to appear in Captain America 4? Or, on the other hand, do you believe, like I do, that, listen, there's a lot of other explanations about why he would be there on set, and we shouldn't be getting too hyped up about the idea of maybe him appearing or not, because it was probably for some other reason. Whatever you guys think about that, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video. Make sure you do all the standard stuff, subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. But remember, we do a daily show as well that you can find on your favorite podcasting app of choice, the John Campea Show podcast. Find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice.